Beardos, widows, balls of ghouls, how are we all doing? Today we're looking at 20 scary ghost videos, best of the year 2024. And to do this, we're going over to Goose Pimples. Now, I've had some interactions with Goose Pimples in the past, mostly positive. The last time I ever watched in on Goose Pimples, he was actually doing something the other top 5, top 10, top 20 channels don't do. He was actually debunking clips himself and saying, I think this could be, and giving reasons for what he was seeing in his video, which is fantastic. So, let's take a look. I'm not going to play the entire thing, I'm just going to get to the actual clips to see if there is anything we can debunk. Tells the story here of a guy who's working in a kitchen. He gets his eerie feeling, and then in his infinite wisdom in the kitchen that he is scared of because he thinks there may be something spooky or somebody broken in or a wild animal, he picks up his phone and presses record instead of picking up a heavy pan, a knife, or any other self-defensive weaponry readily available to you in a kitchen. What a knob.
要明白点那个，你妈别来个话，还没有哎，俺们老那话，招嘞，这样，毛都，要吧？没有那么那话。
There's got to be a way to put the quality up on this, right?
俺们我脾气呢，表，我玩老辈嘛。
The first things first, when you're looking at these types of videos, just because you can't see any wires doesn't mean there isn't one. I don't think there's masking, there's too many reflective surfaces, but it's 2024, and this is shot on a Nokia 3210. The reason the people use really bad quality cameras, or they use really good quality cameras and then downgrade them in editing, is because the little fishing wire can't be seen, or black thread, or whatever they've used. You can even tell by the way that it's lifting that there's two wires and somebody's doing this. It's kind of lifting and then swinging a little. It just looks like it's on wires to me. Is that 100% debunk? No. But if we look at it with a bit of logic and common sense, is that a poltergeist in what looks like a relatively new kitchen? Or is it just his mate with some strings?
要把我第一招这样，要把第二站不着，要把我那么长的话了，把来要把来，我就嘛，我一个了就到了多少？周围的人要把来，我
If there is a ghost, I hope it does the dishes after, because it can come live here.
我别了了，要把啦，外面了要把，哦。
Right, get closer now. It's just a massive shame that he's not going closer so we can actually see the wires that are clearly going to be there.
Oh,
Talk about skeleton stuff. The ladle is being moved around the bowl as though someone is stirring. While this is possible to fake using string, it would be pretty difficult to make it go around in such a smooth circle, right? There's also nowhere.
No, you can literally just twist two wires and it'll do. It's easily done. Puppeteering.
For anyone to hide, really. For the pots to be moved with strings, which seems to be the most obvious conclusion to draw, people would have to be situated above the kitchen.
No, not necessarily. You'll notice that not one of these stoves is on, meaning this kitchen is closed. And that's when they're filming this, because if they were using strings or wires and those stoves were on, the wires would burn or snap, fishing wire would melt, cotton would just frazzle into nothing. But you've got this massive cooker hood up here. Somebody doesn't have to be sat on the cooker hood to pull a wire to move things here. They could be around the side of this door, they could be over the, the far right of the kitchen from where we're looking. And pulling wires, they just leveraged around that cooker hood, out so they're out of sight. When you're looking for things to debunk, when you're looking for signs of fakery, don't look directly below or above. Chances are that's where you're going to see masking, is directly around the thing that's moving. When it comes to strings, which that looked like to me, that did not look like anything other than strings. You can use things to leverage. So you'll pull around a cooker hood up under a door, even up over this cooker hood and around under this, and somebody's behind the cameraman over this side pulling. And, you know, he doesn't get too close to any of it because it would give it away because we'd see the wire. The stoves being off is a big giveaway. There we go.
He's situated above the kitchen. So where are they? Strapped to the ceiling? Most likely not. So what the hell is going on?
Oh! Oh!
What is going on there, Goose Pimples, is string. Lots of string. And you don't have to be directly above it. Leverage. Okay, so next video, we've got a little girl going to get some juice. Something about playtime is only just starting. Let's go. Why is the quality always so shit? I'm not gonna lie, that scream noise that came out then, there was a little flutter in the belly. I think some poo made her come out.
As we know, getting kids to cooperate with you well enough to make a convincing video, in general, is difficult. Let alone getting them to pretend they're really scared. Even the snowflakes, who are already scared of their own shadow.
I could prove a point here, and I could text my nephew, who's probably just a little tiny bit older than that girl there. I could message him now and be like, do you want to come over and make a scary ghost video? And he'll do it. In an instant, without a second thought, because he loves the idea of going on YouTube. It's as simple as that. Hey kid, do you want to make a scary ghost video? I can make money off it. It'll work. Hey kid, do you want to make a scary ghost video? Your friends will love it. You'll be on YouTube. It ain't difficult.
You could say that it was one of her parents pulling a harsh prank. But think about it. She was stood directly in front of a sharp corner, and when she was dragged backwards, there was no regard for her head.
There is no sharp corner. These corners are rounded. Now, I don't think this is a ghost pulling that kid. The way she stood there and just leaned against the cupboard, wiggled herself in, drinking a juice. It looked staged to me. It looked set up. To me personally, if I was making top 5 videos, I wouldn't include this because whoever's done that to their child, even if they've bribed them with sweets, juice, YouTube and TikTok notoriety, you're fucking terrible parents. Absolutely fucking terrible parents. Because while your child may not have hurt themselves there, the potential was there for them to hurt themselves, all for you to get your clicks and views and your money. You shit parents. Yeah, come at me in the comment section.
If it were her parents, surely they would be more careful with how they handled her. So what was it that grabbed that poor girl?
It wasn't a parent, maybe an older brother, or very one-dimensional here. That scream noise. Office worker, resting their eyes, someone or something, having other ideas. I bet this is an office prank.
Only the most evil kind of spirit would push a work phone right under a sleeping person's nose. The hard fallout of the chair means that this video
Is that a real prank? It is a real prank. The movement of the phone was just off and there somewhere. Thought I saw a wire there. It might have just been artifacting. Like that phone movement there on the side in the shadow, I think that might just be artifacting. The phone movement doesn't look right. Frame by frame. There's this weird pulsing effect, but I think that's because the phone screen is lit. It's moved quite a distance in one frame there, whereas one frame, smooth, and then there's a massive jump. Unfortunately, the camera quality is, again, this is CCTV that's been filmed with a mobile phone vertically and then uploaded, so it's compressed to hell and back. I'm not entirely convinced that that phone is actually really there. I think the phone has been filmed separate, and then they've just used some masking, and I imagine there were some telltale signs in with the masking directly through the CCTV, so then they filmed the screen with a mobile phone instead of directly uploading the footage, because it'll give away the game.
Person's nose. The hard fall out of the chair means that this video is either real, a prank done by other workers, or this person is really committed to the bit.
Really committed. TikTok notoriety. People do some really stupid shit to get TikTok famous, like eating massive spoons full of cinnamon and, you know, things that are quite dangerous because TikTok is shit and it's lawless over there. Or it used to be. I don't know. I don't look, since they banned me from the platform for no goddamn reason.
Because you wouldn't throw yourself onto the floor that hard unless there was a reason, right?
I mean, you see, throw yourself onto the floor that hard without reason. Considering she's sleeping and something's been moving her arm and she's unaware of it, she makes sure her head is tucked. And her arm slides under her head. She's protected herself on that fall.
Reason, right? Could it be the spirit of some busybody manager? Or is the vibration setting way too high on that phone and
Maybe she's been on Love Honey.
it somehow made its way right under this person's nose? Whatever it was, it's not the most ideal wake-up call.
I don't think that phone was actually in the video, and I would say that the reason that this is a mobile phone filming a CCTV screen is to hide what's really going on with the editing. Right, the story behind this: two guys go into a house and get freaked out. I think this is going to be a gin video.
गोबर है ना यार, ये एक मिनट सामने ये दिखाइएगा, ये पाँव के नीचे ये देखें गोबर, ये जिन्नात की ग़िज़ा है।
Haunted cow shit? What?
यार मैंने साफ देखा, चांदी तो मैंने साफ देखा यार यहाँ।
At least these are not the guys kicking doors open, shouting Mishmillah and all that, because they piss me off. They're so bad. They're funny, but bad.
अल्लाह अकबर। मैं आपको बोला नजर आई थी, लाज़िम आपके अल्लाह अकबर। ये तो जैसे बहुत सारे परिंदे जो हैं जी वो इधर।
I don't know, because you've blurred it out. I can't see a fucking thing.
अल्लाह अकबर। ओए आवाज़ आ रही है।
Oh, where's the ghost already?
मुझे समझ नहीं आई, कुछ ताबीज़ पड़े हैं क्या है, कुछ कपड़े पड़े हैं यहाँ पर। ये मुझे तो ऐसे ही लग रहा है देखने जैसे उनके अंदर कोई ताबीज़ वगैरह बांधे हों। और यहाँ पर उनका बताना ये भी है जी कि कुछ आग जलते हुए भी यहाँ पर देखी है उन्होंने। यहाँ से
Don't you jump scare me. It's coming.
बंद है, वहाँ पर भी जालियाँ, इधर भी जालियाँ लगी हुई हैं।
Wait, was that it?
ये दरवाज़ा है इधर।
The cow dung and the big pile of feathers suggest that people have been bringing animals into the house, and the books and clothes suggest someone has been living there. It's all very unsettling. Why is there a pile of basically dead birds?
Maybe because somebody's homeless and been eating in there, and that's the corner of the building they've been using to kill their food.
The excrement of a cow and some tattered stuff lying in a tiny compartment that looks like someone tried to set it on fire.
or build a fire to keep warm because it's an abandoned property and that's some form of chimney.
Might have been some sort of ritual conducted in that very house. The guys seem to notice that something is trying to trap them as they begin to ask questions. And this happened.
यार ये देखें तो सही था क्या हाल है और यहाँ पर आपने बदबू चेक की कितनी है बदबू ओए चल ओए अल्लाह अकबर ये क्या हो रहा है अल्लाह अल्लाह अकबर ओ यार ये तो ताबीज़ नहीं थे जान भाई जो मैंने आपको बताया है ताबीज़ वगैरह है ना वो बिल्कुल आंखों के सामने यार एकदम से वहाँ पे आग जलती उनका कहना सही था अल्लाह
I'm sorry, it doesn't matter who you are, how long you've been investigating. If something spontaneously combusts in front of you, you're going to run away. I keep shouting at people for running away from paranormal stuff all of the time. That would scare the shit out of you, and they go, huh? Allah Akbar. Where's the panic? Where's the what the fuck is going on? Where's the initial desire to run away, but then, oh, let's take another look? No, they're like, yeah, God's great, mate. Don't fuck with me. I don't doubt there's some chemical reaction that these guys will be aware of, where you just put some kindling and stuff. I mean, this is a very small controlled fire. I don't doubt there's a chemical reaction that's just started that. I don't think that's paranormal.
So, something caught on fire, right in the creepy shrine-like
Why is the quality on these videos so bad?
The house, while the guys tried to ask any potential spirits questions. Sounds occult as all hell, and then, just as quickly as it started, the fire goes out completely.
Because the fuel source is burned out. Look, it's... Next clip. Wait, what? Does he get fucked up? Ooh. I was going to skip the rest of that, and then I seen him get fucked up. I want to see people get fucked up. I have seen better getting choked out effects from Smug Puppy. That was fucking abysmal. I can't believe he lured me back in for another look. What a steaming turd. Somebody exploring Japan all by herself. Japan's a busy place. I don't think you're ever alone in Japan.
Al final decía eso sí de que se te va a aparecer. Personalmente jamás me apareció, amigos. Entonces,
I'd love to go to Japan.
Creo como mucho en eso. Amigos, estaba en este callejón y vi como alguien asomarse de la ventana y me sacó un pedote. O sea, pudo haber sido una persona real, obvio, pero no sé, qué casualidad que justo cuando estoy hablando de esto aparece ahí alguien. No lo sé, amigos. Ya estoy viendo cosas. Pero bueno, el punto es que, pues, esta es la historia de este espíritu. Que, por cierto, aquí se les llaman yokai. Específicamente a los que te quieren hacer daño, digamos. A los espíritus malignos.
After spending a couple of weeks in Japan, this YouTuber, not Zara, thought it was wise to talk about the various Japanese urban legends, questioning if they held water as she walked through the streets, alone. It starts off pretty well, until she gets this feeling that someone is watching her from a window. From there, her senses heightened, and things got pretty intense, fast.
Esta creo que no. O sea, hay unas que me suena que podría ser, pero esta se me hace como muy así de que... No lo sé, Rick, parece falso. Pero bueno, ay, hace mucho frío, amigos. Bueno, es que no es la 1 de la mañana.
What the fuck am I looking at here? All I can see is a face and a blurry background. What am I looking for?
No, también yo. También hay un... Güey, como...
Not a person walking down a street in Japan in what looks like a city. Say it ain't so.
¿Vieron eso? Güey, hay como una sombra atrás de mí, pero como que...
Thanks for the big red ring, because I'd never have seen that real person walking on the real fucking street.
Siento que se está acercando más rápido a mí. No.
Why did they cut the guy going past him on a push bike? Because he acknowledged him? Because he nearly hit him? Why was that cut there? This is bullshit.
Midway through her video, she notices this figure walking briskly towards her.
Why was it cut? They cut the cyclist out. Did they interact? Did that ruin your video, whatever your name is?
Before mysteriously going poof. Coincidentally, she was just
He didn't mysteriously go poof. He was still there.
talking about a ghost believed to lurk the streets at night called Rokaru Kabai. So,
I'm pretty sure she was describing a different ghost in the beginning.
we can understand her paranoia. And when she thought her night couldn't get spookier, this happens.
Como que la vas a poder ver así como rápido, por el rabillo del ojo, por como de reflejo, en reflejos de espejos, superficies. Vaya. Oye, escuché como pasos. A ver, yo no estoy en la bañera, compadre. Yo no. Ok.
What's this gonna do? Nothing. Shout at him, scream at him, pull out some mace, run away, whatever you want. Don't just stand there making hand gestures. I know it's something Catholic, but if it's a real person, you ain't gonna do shit with that.
Hoy no hay nadie, o sea, de que literal no.
If it's a real person, fuck me. I can't believe I've just said if it's a real person. It is a real person.
O sea, no hay nadie. Anyways, como les decía.
She hears approaching footsteps, and she turns to see who or what it is. She sees nothing. But did you notice how her hair got blown by the wind as she turned? At that moment, she was sharing
Did you notice the wind moved her hair at that moment? Did you notice the wind moving her hair at that moment? So this entire video, the longest one that's on here so far, we have watched a woman walk around the street talking about Japanese ghosts, see somebody walking behind her that a cyclist nearly runs down, and then the video cuts, and then the wind blows her hair, and that has made it into the top 20 scariest ghost videos of the year 2024. I want to skip the rest of this segment, but somebody's going to say, oh, you missed a bit at the end, and then I'm going to be like, oh, I can't be asked because it's shit. Well, persevere. The people that keep moaning at me.
the ritual rites of summoning a ghost who was believed to stalk whoever summoned it, although she claimed to have omitted some parts of the ritual, because she had inadvertently invoked this spirit on herself. Well, this is where it gets bizarre.
Ooh. Does the wind blow rubbish across the road as she thinks it's a little tiny pudgewuggy?
Repetirlo, tienes que volver a meterte a la bañera a la misma hora, hacer los mismos pasos, decir otra vez su nombre 3 veces, y entonces así el fantasma va a entender.
Say his name 3 times while you're trying to summon the fucking Candyman.
¿Qué es eso?
It's a guy with a hoodie trying to light a cigarette. He's doing that.
Está como parada bien raro y está viendo hacia acá. Güey. O sea, no se mueve. No se mueve. Güey, ¿por qué no se mueve?
She encounters something.
They've already moaned about the wind, and there's a guy shielding a lighter, probably trying to light a cigarette, because that's kind of what you do.
Or someone dressed in an all-black bodysuit
It's a black hoodie and a pair of jeans.
trying to light a cigarette. However, this figure has an eerie feeling, as it doesn't move or flinch on a cold night. And when she zoomed in on the image, this person or thing seemed to have an elongated face.
There his hands, cupped to try and light a cigarette, because there's his elbow. Click, click, puff, puff.
Did she get more than what she bargained for on this trip by...
Yes, she did. She got a shit video out of it that's made it into top 20, and some fat guy that can't be asked to shave has just gone, that was crap. Fucking stupid bastard. Fuck. Obviously, in editing, I tinker with the volume of the top fives to, you know, make sure my vocals and their vocals and the background music all kind of sit seamlessly. That was loud as shit. And scared the crap out of me. I skipped the narration because like the narration in these videos isn't doing much, you know. I can just look for the scary stuff. I've just been jump scared. Fucking CGI ghost.
As she rises from the bed, she turns towards the living room and spots something ghostly right by the door before it pounces and knocks her to the ground. While the clip might come off as being too good to be true, given how fully formed the apparition was,
and the crossfade of it coming in, and then the distinct cut before he moved.
Let's not be too quick to put this down as a fake video, because what if she had encountered something sinister that night? We can't say for
she'd be dead and she wouldn't be uploading it to YouTube. The government and the FBI and NASA and everyone would be involved. Like, holy shit, the afterlife is real. Everything we've believed about science is a complete lie. Holy shit. I may have gone a little over the top, but I don't care. That was crap. It scared me. Got another one of these guys walking around an abandoned shithole, I think in the Middle East somewhere. Something scares him really bad.
As he moves deeper into the house, the silence gets even heavier, almost crushing. He calls out, his voice echoing through the empty rooms, but there's nothing, no reply, and in a place like this, that kind of silence isn't
normal. An abandoned building with 8 inches of dust on the floor, not having any sound, is normal. Absolutely normal.
comforting. It's a red flag that something is very, very wrong.
I was at the Ancient Ramen last night with 3 other debunkers. Didn't hear a fucking thing all night. Not a sausage. At no point did we go, it's so quiet in here, I'm scared. We said, it's so quiet in here, I'm bored. This place ain't haunted.
في أحد؟ لا إله إلا الله الله.
He got so scared he turned into Michael Jackson. It's fake. I'm not watching any more of these guys.
On the CCTV at San Roque Cemetery, but after just a few brief minutes of chilling, something caught his eye that sent chills down his spine. Let's take a watch.
Voice on that guy.
It could just be a camera glitch, but why does only one figure look ghostly while the other 2 appear perfectly normal under the same lighting? Maybe it really is a technical issue, or maybe, just maybe, it's one of the cemetery's long-lost souls wandering in front of the camera.
So I'm assuming that this is something that's close to the lens that just looks kinda almost humanoid. This is dog shit. Goose Pimples does their thing, you know, a couple have bought a new house and stuff's moving. He's basically described Lainey and Ben really haunted and smug puppy, but this is obviously somebody different by the accent. If it turns out to be any of those channels, I'm stopping this video immediately.
I don't know, I saw something in the kitchen move. I don't know what it was, but
It's not them.
It just seems strange.
Yeah, but it's probably just the window's open. I thought I saw something the other night, and there's just that cross breed from there.
Oh, in 2024? Are you recording something that looks this shit? Why, in 2024, do people think they've got somebody coming in through a window, grab their phone to film them, instead of a baseball bat or a knife? And they are debunks. Common sense approaches to these bullshit videos are debunks. This is fake because they've heard a strange noise in their home, they are scared, and they grab their phone and start recording instead of something to twat somebody over the head with.
The window and the balcony.
Keep the camera open because I swear I saw.
Oh, hey, give me the camera. Oh my god, what the... Oh god.
Fair play to her. She overacted the balls off that. Him, he sounds like he's just finished chucking his muck. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Please, we just get out.
No! Let's go, let's get out of here.
Determined to get to the bottom of this chaos, they set up a camera in the spot where the weirdest stuff kept happening. For hours, nothing. The family probably started.
And of course, it's a kitchen ghost because every ghost on the fucking planet can only go into kitchens. They don't have to use doors. They don't have to, they can pass through walls. They don't have to use doors. They're ethereal. They can launch things without you seeing it, but they only do it in the kitchen. Why? Most people cook in the kitchen. Most people don't enjoy cooking. Why in the fuck would you haunt the kitchen? Throw cheap cups.
Thinking maybe the house isn't so bad after all, but just when they thought it was safe to go back to normal life, the phenomenon decided it was time.
Phenomenon. Do. It's the best part of this video.
For the spotlight. Watch what went down. The freaking suitcase.
Why? When the suitcase lid starts to move, is that curtain jumping in its position? Or why? And why does it look like there's a shadow of an arm there? I'll tell you why. This is masked. There's somebody stood there. I mean, look how blatant that is. Absolutely blatant. Fake. Something spotted in a video wasn't spotted first time. Chilled to your socks, whatever the fuck that means. I may be tapping out. This video is long as shit. It's an hour and a half and I'm only half an hour in.
Que vi a alguien pasar. ¡Ey! Váyanse de aquí, ahorita va a prender un incienso. Se les acabó el chistecito.
What the hell is that? It's not moving, but it's there, staring toward the person filming.
It is a real life person. Why are all these places always closed off and there's just two people sitting there with their phone like, oh, we didn't see that. How could you not see that person there with your own eyes? And if you didn't, how did you not see it on the camera while you're turning it? Because most people are looking at the screen and they didn't see it. Bollocks. It's a lie. Next.
Comment.
When it comes to the paranormal, YouTuber The Willow Project is as skeptical as one can be. He's always believed that ghosts and all things supernatural are just camp.
I've never heard of him.
Tales spun out of fear and paranoia. He believes there's always a logical
That's an AI voice this time, right? There was a
explanation for any so-called paranormal activity. So to prove his point once and for all, he decides to visit a local antique store and buys the item with the spookiest backstory he could find.
Right, this guy's really skeptical. Willow is a creator who wants to travel and bring inspiration to new creators, revealing the true nature that creation is endless and you put your mind with determination. It doesn't say he's a skeptic. It doesn't say he's a skeptic at all. It says he's a creator. Creating stuff. Right, next video is somebody's doing some work outside and there's something chilling going on in the background. He didn't say it like Nuke.
Сучья, но это тоже тяжеловато. Ну, как бы это затратно, нахера это делать. Поэтому вот так вот я частенько просто сшибаю, обшибаю, короче, и готовые полено получаются. Но это тоже заморочки. Вот, казалось бы, нормально.
Did you catch that? Look close.
I saw some form of mist after he turned, which was probably his breath.
Closely. What looks like a transparent, ghostly figure can be seen strolling through the snow, and you can even spot the snow getting kicked up. Did this guy actually catch a spirit on camera while just filming a chilling camping video, or is it something else entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Turn the subtitles off.
This guy actually catch a spirit on camera while just filming a chilling camping video? Or is it something else entirely?
Right, that's not kicking snow up at all. The first I watched, I thought it looked like the Bigfoot footage from years ago, you know, the guy with the zip on his back. That's not a Bigfoot. I thought it was that, and they just removed the background and played it in this. To me, that just looks like this guy has walked past, filmed it, and then overlaid it.
Filming a chilling camping video, or is it something else entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Static cameras, you see, it's really easy. Now, I was to record just this section of the video, and as long as that camera doesn't move, I could record this again without me sat here. I don't know. Get Wolverine. Nickety snick bitch. Get Wolverine to just sort of do this, and as long as it goes behind where I normally sit, and I drop the opacity, I'm not doing it now because I can't be asked. I'm not going to do that now because I really can't be bothered, but that's what that is to me. There's no telltale signs because, again, the footage is awful. There's snow on the ground, so the white balance is all sort of shot to shite.
When it comes to the paranormal, YouTuber The Willow Project is as skeptical as one can be. He's always...
Wait, what? Didn't we just do the Willow Project? Have I just had deja vu? I think I've just had deja vu. I'm sure I've even Googled... Right, this is obviously the second video featuring this guy.
Always believe that ghosts and all things supernatural are just cap. Tales spun out of fear and paranoia. He believes there's always a logical explanation for any so-called paranormal activity. So to prove his point once and for all, he decides to visit a local antique store and buys the item with the spookiest backstory he could find.
Don't be a divot
without
box.
even waiting for the owner's do's and don'ts. Feeling pretty stoked about his dope item, he sets up his camera to film the unboxing of his latest acquisition. But he made the fatal mistake of throwing away the little note.
Yo, sleep is cancelled. You sound like a college professor, but you're saying things like dope and yo. No, that doesn't work. Each to their own.
Left inside the box because he couldn't understand what was written there. It didn't take long for things to go south, as he claims to have been losing sleep, hearing voices through the walls, and lights flickering on and off when no one is around. His followers, mostly fellow skeptics, brushed it off as just another stunt. However, as he records himself trying to make them believe, the lights in his bathroom start going berserk, with a doorknob mysteriously moving. But the entity he brought home was just getting warmed up. A few days later, after returning home from work, he walked into the bathroom to find it completely trashed. At first he thought his roommates were pulling an elaborate prank on him, until he noticed that...
So he's got roommates, so the footage that he's shown of like lights flickering and doors handles turning and shit, just his mates. Making YouTube content.
Taps running by themselves. With no one else home at the time, he instantly knew it had to be the mummy acting up again.
The mummy? It's about the same size as my Wolverine. What have they done, him? Banned a borrower?
Then things got even creepier, as the evil began spreading throughout his house. One night, as he was trying to sleep, strange noises echoed down the hallway. When he stepped out of his room to investigate, this happened.
You guys hear that?
Who walks slapping their feet that hard on a floor, apart from Lee from Really Haunted?
What the hell?
Oh. Terrifying.
Hello?
Smiley. Why are there two doors into one bathroom? Who designed this house? You go in there, lock the door, sit down, your lunch from 2 days ago starts falling out you. Somebody comes in through another door. Hello? Just pops in the shower? No.
What? Come on. It's not turning on.
This acting is fucking atrocious.
What the hell, dude? I'm getting enough of this shit. Seriously.
A lot of people hide cuts really well. This guy, not so much.
Seriously.
Wait for the door handles to go.
What the hell, dude? I'm getting enough of this shit. Hello?
And there's the cut.
Hello?
So the original video stutters for some reason. It's nothing to do with that, but hello? There's obviously zoomed in on the whiteness of the door, and he pulls it open, and the screen is just completely black. That's where the cut is.
Oh shit. This is fucked up, man. That's crazy.
Someone, or something, kicked a ball toward him.
You've already said he's got a housemate. Bollocks.
Getting harder to discredit his claims, but the real shock was yet to come. His cameras were about to capture the most terrifying evidence yet.
And busted. This bottom edge of the door there, that's where I would lay down, because Mr. Gray taught me how to do these cupboard door tricks many years ago. Boom. What's that? What is that? It's artifacting. It's not artifacting. It's a hand. Being masked out. It's fake. Hey, this one is actually done a lot better. It'll be the same effect, but obviously they've got two going at the same time, which means either wires or two people. Now, you could have a wire pulled from that handle through the door there and use that door pull for leverage, because there's two doors in this bathroom. We've already seen them. And then somebody this end pulling a wire. So I don't know why you would mask one door and then pull the others with strings. But on account that we've seen that there's masking being used in this video, we can safely assume that this is all... Sorry. I spotted something on my editing monitor, and it's just something on my screen. That one was actually well done, considering those cupboard doors opened. We didn't capture a reflection of a person. The tap coming on, but obviously didn't see anyone. But you know, this straight line of the mirror could be masked, and then wires attached to this. There's a whole host of ways this could have been done. It's done very well, but that first cupboard door opening was done the way that I've done it, Mr. Gray have done it, others have done it, and you saw the bottom of the cupboard disappear where somebody's hand is obviously there, and then when the hand has gone to the corner has changed shape.
This clip drove the point home. There was absolutely no way he could have opened the cabinet himself, proving once and for all that something supernatural was at play.
Just told you exactly how it was opened.
From that moment on, he came to terms with the fact that this entity had become a permanent part.
Yo, that's so nuts, dude.
It is so nuts, dude, but you got two cameras, dude, to show yourself, dude. But why didn't you put a camera at the other end of that hallway where the ball's coming back from, knowing it's going to come from there? Why didn't you do that? Because it's fake, dude.
Yo, I kid you not, there's like... For the 100th time, there's nobody behind there, and I have 2 angles running. Look, I'll turn on the light. You see me? I'll close the door behind me.
Smart.
Okay. Check this out.
Now, this camera is now a still image. There could be a cut at any point in there. We won't see it. And as he rounds this corner, there's going to be a cut.
There's nobody in here. Nobody in this room. I'm literally at the entrance. As you can see, we turn on the light. Nobody's underneath there. As you can see, turning on the light. Okay. Closing the door. Closing, and remember, I do have 2 angles running, as you can see. Okay, this door is closed, and I'm right here. You see this? Nobody's here. Behind there, in this unit, as you can see,
this is actually. I know how it's all. Or I know how most of this is done. Now, there's hidden cuts. We've seen We've seen that there's a cut. We've seen that there's been some masking. So that's how this is done. This is kind of just a magician's trick, but video editing wise, this is actually really well made, but it's fake. So next, please don't be the same thing. All right, so that clip is really long. There's some really good stuff in there, really good fakery in there. But looking at the channel description and looking at the channel itself, he doesn't claim it to be 100% real evidence. It's a creator's project. So there you go. So I've gone on to the next clip. If you do want to go and watch his stuff, because it's really well done, and see if you can spot mistakes in there and debunk things for yourself. Bit of fun for you. Bit of homework from Teacher Beardo. Okay, so some guy is filming without city lights or some shit.
Lights are definitely functional, but unfortunately I live in a city and there are street lights everywhere. But I can find a place to go test them. Okay, I found some really dark woods. I just put some tinfoil over the reverse lights, so I'm going to show you.
And on your head.
What the stock reverse lights look like, and then I'm going to uncover them and show you what the added reverse lights look like. These are the stock reverse lights.
Literally can't see anything.
And these are the ones I just installed. Look how pretty.
I saw it. There's a hand comes around the tree, directly where the camera is facing. Ooh, what are the chances? Hey, she likes that tree.
Bright that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these are not just for looks.
Why is that pixely?
Who or what the hell had its arm wrapped around that tree?
His missus, I guess. Can't prove it, but it was centre of frame. It's more of these Mish Miller guys. Look, these guys are obviously fake. All of them. I've never seen one that looks remotely legitimate. They all do the same crap. Have I seen this before? This guy falling asleep stood up. What? No, I'm not even giving them the time of day. They're not worthy of debunking. Bullshit. What's on the red ring there?
You are Shahid? Shahid?
While the pair moves around the building, the camera pans to a room down the hall where from above, a shadowy figure is shown watching the man who screams upon seeing her.
Here, that is the shadow of a bat. That looks like a bat hanging upside down. Woman working alone. Scary stuff. Did she fart? Again, piss poor quality. They've zoomed it in and it's even worse quality, so wires would be my guess. It's all pulling, or there's stuff being pushed out of a blind spot and stuff being pulled towards a blind spot.
She decided that she wasn't getting paid enough to deal with that, so stepped outside to call the manager and tell them about.
Where's the shot before he zooms out? Her reflection was out of time with her. Might have been artifact in the couple of media look that way, but nah, her reflections. Her reflections out of sync. Fake. Jesus Christ. The next story we told is this guy lives next door to a graveyard. And that is terrifying because, what? I've never understood why people think graveyards are haunted. It's just the shell. The people that are alive probably spend next to no time there, if any time, unless they got family members buried there. If this whole paranormal nonsense is real, if people are attached to places because of sentimental value, because they spent a lot of time there, because of something horrific that's happened. For me, a graveyard is the most peaceful, safe place you can go.
Mi gente, miren. Miren ahí. Miren lo que acabo de captar. Miren. Ahí. ¿Vieron lo que salió de ahí? Miren.
It's a fucking dog. It's clearly a dog. This is here. His eyes reflected back yellow like dogs' eyes do. His tail back. That is not something climbing out of a grave. It's a dog that's been laying down, stood up. Oh.
Terry. Naturally, this real-life horror movie title comes with a full plot, because there was always something that looked like it had crawled out of a seventh circle of hell, milling around.
Mi gente, miren, siento gente aquí. Ah, ok. Miren, ahí hay gente. Dándole mantenimiento a la tumba para que ustedes vean. Yo me siento bien cuando andan limpiando esto acá.
Could they be cleaning up because the dog that stood up had been digging? Just the common sense, logical approach, eh?
Mi amor, ¿tú crees que tú te atreverías a venir hoy a acostarnos ahí, donde yo me acuesto, en la noche, a ver película? Huevo, brother. Bien. Sí, esos son los que trabajan aquí. Están dándole mantenimiento. Hermano. Bien, bien, vecinos.
Like it's just another Tuesday. So, if you literally live in a cemetery and things like this start happening.
He doesn't literally live in a cemetery, does he? There was a distinct rusty fence between his property and the cemetery. Next clip. This sucks.
10 times worse. Christian Blay travelled to the Dominican Republic to meet Carlos and see what magic he could work to communicate with the spirits roaming around the home. And boy, did he get way more.
Oh wait, some guy's flown out there to meet this guy to
more than he bargained
help him.
for.
En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santi. Amén.
That reaction was so goddamn awful. Oh, it's just still these idiots. Still these idiots. Still these idiots. A haunted swimming pool. Somebody's watched Night Swim this year. Don't bother, it's a shit film. Apparently you see pale faces in the water of the pool and locker rooms with disembodied voices, and these guys are going to investigate the claims.
No, pero allá afuera. ¿Dónde está el vehículo? Se escuchó algo fuerte. Si algo hubiera caído. Sí.
Some minutes after midnight, they began to sense an eerie presence nearby, until suddenly they heard what sounded like footsteps from a distance.
That's not footsteps, that's actual banging. And in the subtitles on the original video, they see it wasn't a shot, was it? It sounds like fireworks or gunshots. So the narrator of this particular clip has completely ignored the text that was on the screen.
Probably not wanting to give in to their fears, they convinced themselves it must have been some kind of noise from outside. So they decided to shut the door behind them to block it out. But boy, did that turn out to be a big, big mistake. Take a look.
Yep, that's going to make the world a difference.
¿Qué es eso? Uy. No, güey. ¿Qué es esto?
That is not footsteps. That is loud banging in the distance.
No es en el techo. Eso no es del aire.
Guíanos a donde estás.
No, no, no. La trabaste.
A big ass broken door opened all on itself. Oh my god. Couldn't possibly somebody outside with a stick banging something and then pulling the door open so they get a cool video out of it.
And who in their right mind would turn up to such a place at that ungodly an hour?
These guys. And whoever's doing the banging for them.
Aside from them. Did you also notice how his skin was covered in goose pimples like a Thanksgiving turkey? We can also see how firmly he closed the door, and there still appeared to be a force
I've actually got goose pimples because I thought about it.
that was strong enough to open it. Well, it wouldn't be out of place to assume that the door was opened by a really strong wind. We thought that too, until we saw what one of their eagle-eyed viewers spotted right after the door opened.
No manches. Algo se movió allá. Alumbra. Alumbra. Alumbra, alumbra, alumbra. Alumbra. Yo vi que algo corrió. ¿Ya viste? ¿Qué es eso? Abajo. Entre la puerta.
There's only these two there. Solid shadow mass. Not a solid shadow mass. It's the mate that's been fucking about with the doors now at the other end of the building. And he's just stood there. They've done that with a torch. Gone back to him. He's still there. Go a little bit further and come back. Yeah, time to get away. Garbage.
Y yo acá estoy sola, weón. No hay nadie.
Who or what moved that wheelchair? Since when did wheelchairs have self-driving features? Or did someone push it as she panned the camera away? Jump cuts? Probably. But given the history of hospitals as paranormal hotspots,
Hold that out. Probably a jump cut. I didn't see it. The other thing with wheelchairs is obviously I've done a video on a wheelchair that was moving in an abandoned property very recently. And I've had a lot of people inboxing me about, you know, they've worked in care homes and wheelchairs are just renowned for just taking off because one brake is off and things like that and they'll turn. It takes very little for them to just move on their own if one of the brakes isn't on properly and a whole host of things. And I believe there's I believe the Occult Life are going to be doing a video on wheelchairs specifically, where they can show you how easy it is to debunk it or fake it.
We tend to lean towards the theory that something pushed it, but don't take our word for it. Share your thoughts in the comments.
Okay, so this woman has been freaked out by a ghost saying the word mama, and instead of calling the police, because there's not supposed to be anyone there or whatever the story is, she records. Instant alarm bells. I don't know if I've seen this looking at this. Yeah, I've seen this. The sound was overlaid. I think Dandalf might have done this on his paranormal bingo ball, and that's number 1. So that's the end of it. That's the end of this video. So there we have it. Goose Pimples, 20 scary ghost videos, best of the year 2024. Obviously, I've cut out most of the narration and stories for you guys. I watched it all. If you want to go check out the original, please do. But nothing in that was real. There was nothing in that was even confusing. Like, could that be real? Ooh, nothing. It was all just generic dog shit, run-of-the-mill fakery. Actually, there was that Willow guy. It was fake, and I spotted a few little things, but for the most part, it was really well-made fake paranormal content. But the channel description of that guy says he's creating content, spooky content. Well, there you go. So, first video of 2025. Back to where I started. Top 5 channels, best of 2024. It was awful. Truly awful. Listen, I know these top 5 channels they are scraping the barrel because they've got no choice, because the quality of stuff that is going viral is absolutely abysmal. They've got channels to run, and I understand it, and they're not exactly going to be able to take clips from the teams that I enjoy when nothing, for the most part, happens. And when it does, it's like that wheelchair moves 7 inches, and they've got a video where one takes off down a corridor. I can see why they do it. Doesn't mean I agree with it. Doesn't mean I like it. So as you can tell, we've got another camera back up there. We've got the usual camera there. Just looking to change things up for you guys. New year, more camera angles. Get the streams looking better. Get the content in the studio looking better. I hope you enjoyed that. 2024 was an absolute blast for me on the channel. Real life stuff could have been better, to be honest, but I'll not dwell on the past. I've never been the type of guy to dwell on the past. We grew to 50,000 subscribers, or we grew past 50,000 subscribers in 2024. A lot of people are saying 2025, 100,000, and I'm like, eager beavers. I think 100,000 is well beyond my reach within a year. I don't know if it's ever going to be possible for me on this channel, but I never thought I'd get to 1,000, and then 5,000, and 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, and we've hit all of those milestones despite fan bases coming in and being like, oh, you've only got 2,000 subscribers, idiot. And then they come back like 4 months later like, you've only got, 8,000 subscribers. Oh. So let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. Did you enjoy that? I know this is going to be one of the longer videos, but I wanted to come back in the new year with a bang. I think we got plenty of debunks. A long video. Probably the longest I've put out in regards to top 5s. I do hope you enjoyed it. I got some real treats lined up for you in the coming weeks and months, including an investigation at the Ancient Ram Inn with Mr. Grey, the Side-Eye Guy, Mythos, and me. I was wondering who the 4th was. That's me. Much love to you all. Beardo out.